here's this Ken-Tech so-called digital clock from the 1970s, and as you see right here, it looks like a standard LED display, but you'll be surprised by the underpinning technology this uses. It's similar to those old mechanical flip clocks and the ones that also appears to be digital, but they're in fact mechanical. This one's no different, but this uses a different way to display the digits, and here's how you flip the numbers, similar to those old flip clocks, except that you could also turn the clock back. This is only a 12-hour display and doesn't have any method to show AM or PM. Now let's take this thing apart and we'll show you the underlying technology. Now at first it still looks like a typical LED display, but when you take this piece of plastic out and the paper, you'll see that it's actually a series of neon bulbs. And it's shaped in a way to display the digits, like this. And watch closely when the numbers change. It just changed to 8, what you see here. Now, here's the back of the unit, and you can see it's a series of cogs and a synchronous motor that's powered by AC. And here's the motor, you can see it's spinning. This is made in Japan. It's a Nikkei motor. And now, here's the cogs that makes this thing work. When it hits a certain notch, you see these pins. When that notch hits certain pins, it will make contact, and that will allow one of the neon bulbs to light up to display a digit. And there's one of each that will display a sequence of numbers, which lights up the respective amount of neon bulbs. And here is the cog for the alarm. And here we go with the motor in action. This is the little AC motor. It's pretty interesting how this is how they made their so-called digital clocks. Before, LED based clocks were a thing, and same with vacuum fluorescent clocks, which started to appear in the 1970s. I actually have a couple of LED and vacuum fluorescent clocks in my collection, but this one is pretty interesting considering how they did all this mechanical engineering to make it look like a digital clock. And it's pretty impressive, to say the least. Just like with any other mechanical clock, it has a mechanical buzzer for the alarm, and here's how it sounds like. Although you gotta be careful because the whole mechanism is being powered by the full 120 volts AC. There's a little buzzer right there. And here's a series of resistors for the neon bulbs, similar to the technology they used to drive LED bulbs directly on AC voltage. Let's put this thing back up together. As you see right here, when it hits a 6, the top part is supposed to light up, but the pins don't make proper contact due to oxidation. But of course it doesn't affect the performance of this thing. All you gotta do is just deoxide the contacts and it should be good for a long time. Here's the bottom of the unit. Ken-Tech model T507, used on AC only. 120 volts, 60 Hz, 9 watts. Kendall Technology Corporation. Made in Japan. And I'll admit it's a pretty cool clock, and I'm actually going to use it as my desk clock for a while. And thank you for watching as always.